Daisy, pre-seasons are obviously pretty long and hard at the best of times, so good to have a bit of a change of scenery, I'm sure.
Yeah, it has been. The players were really excited to get away and spend some quality time together, get a good session in today in a different environment. As you said, it's always refreshing, but the added element of having so many families come out, I think they really love that. Adds a real atmosphere to training, and it's something that isn't just something they think they have to do at the end. They actually enjoy getting around the families at the end, and we had our girls talking about, imagine if you'd been 10, 11, 12, ready for a game on a Saturday morning and there was an AFLW team training beforehand. It would have been a pretty awesome experience, so that's not lost on them.
You were just about the most popular at the end there. You got absolutely mobbed, so sure that's something you're going to have to deal with.
There's plenty of superstars that I'm sure they're going to get to know and already know. I think Ella's pretty popular around these parts, being a local girl, but it's just so cool to see that they've got so many role models now.
And then women's sport, obviously the growth's been absolutely explosive, so doing stuff like this is really important to sort of engage them and show them a pathway.
Yeah, absolutely, especially in these regional areas. I grew up in the country myself. It can feel like you're a fair way away from the big smoke, and maybe like the opportunities aren't within reach, but just to have a team like this come down and make that connection can be all it takes to inspire the next one to see that it's possible. So hopefully we had that effect today, that we see the next crop coming through now.
How is pre-season going? You said a couple of weeks ago you wanted the girls to be sort of consistently competitive. Is that, you've seen enough to think that's within reach this year? Or?
Yeah, we've seen huge improvements in that area, and building every week, just more and more players that aren't just training to train, but out there training to play and to win. So it's been building nicely, and not just in the 4 weeks we've had. We were really lucky that since mid-January we were putting on optional sessions and had a big bulk of our squad really coming in and having that appetite to want to train and want to work, and they're realistic about where they're at and what our history's been to this point, but all it takes now is hard work and wanting to really buy in and do it together that will see us get more and more competitive on field. So as a coach, I couldn't have asked for much more in that space in terms of their attitude and their hunger to want to do that.
A little bit of a different one. Competitive balance is the talk of the town at the moment. You've been with Geelong, so you've seen it from that end, and now you haven't quite coached here fully yet, but you're sort of seeing it from a different angle. So I'm sure, what sort of concessions would you like the league to make to sort of help you guys out? Well,
it's been a big step this week. Obviously the news with the move to a completely national draft will be a big step, and just another sign of how quickly AFLW's grown. So that's an exciting one for us as a club, that on top of the developing talent here in WA, that there's now a truly national network that we can look into as well. So things like today will help to keep growing and inspiring WA talent, but the step towards national draft will only help to grow the competition as well.
You touched on Ella earlier, like obviously best and fairest winner at age 18 or whatever she was last year. So have you seen her go to a new level this year? What have you seen from her?
Yeah, I think the thing with Elle is just loves helping out her teammates, and she's such a competitor. So definitely as we get to the more match style drills, you see her strength really come to the fore. She's improving and developing like every player. You mentioned how old she is or how young she is. With someone that talented and who takes so much in her stride, you can forget how young they are. But just like every player on our list, our expectation of Elle is that she turns up and wants to work and improve and enjoy playing her footy like everyone else, and we're seeing that. It must be really
exciting as a coach when you see someone consistently improve like that and just go to the next level and the next level. So it must be really exciting for you to see where she's going.
Yeah. Oh, sky's the limit for Elle, and where she's at, as you said, a really good level, and just chipping away every week at different parts of her game, which is all we expect.
Where do you plan on using her, around the ball or up front, or sort of mixed role like she was sort of doing last year?
Yeah, mid-forward, similar to last year, probably maybe a little bit more midfield time. But I think with Ella, you'd be happy with her anywhere on the ground. She's a real person that can have an impact. So give her the opportunity to continue to develop in the midfield, but with interchange cap coming in last year and nature of the game, the weapon that she has in being able to go forward will help her and help us as well.
A bit of a different one, but I saw you getting involved in the running at the end, which is not something a lot of coaches would do. So how do you sort of balance that skills work and that sort of fitness around this time?
Yeah, well, it might be the last time this coach does it as well. But when we're sort of trying to create an environment where we're asking them to have elite standards and continue to push themselves, but we want them to know that we're here to support them to do it. So little things like that where we grit our teeth and jump in and join in at the end is, yeah, we try and do that as much as possible. But we hadn't done the 10K session before that point of jumping in, but yeah, it's a bit of fun and creates a bit of banter as well.